Okay, I think I'm gonna manage to talk about Johnny and Manson at the same time. Maybe. Um, it's just so similar in the same way it's so different because you have like all these girls and there's only one Amber. There's only one Amber Heard. But there's a bunch of girlfriends, ex lovers, ex whatever of Manson. But the people that he married and the people that he was engaged with, as Rose McGowan, he married Dita Von Teese, they're not. I mean, they're not. Everything they're saying about him is like pretty positive. And yeah, well, we separated because of lifestyle, as Rose said before, and probably he hinted at cheating, maybe he hinted at drugs. Never. She never said that he was abusive, never. And I do believe that she was pressured into making the little video that she made. But anyway, so I was looking at something that Mrs. Somebody else, her name is Lovis Bailey, or Love Bailey, not like it matters. Anyway, she posted something on her Instagram long back then, and then nobody was really covering it. And I thought it was so stupid. I thought it was a lie. I mean, I thought it was a prank. I was like, okay, well, she's just like pranking everybody. She's maybe like a friend of Manson or something, and she's making a joke. No, oh my gosh, she's not. This was not a joke. So she talks about how when she went to his house, it was all over the place. There was paintings all over the
aggressively, and they were all sort of
I'm going to display it again.
To the corner of the room. Portal. There was like this big circle of charcoal that looked like he was trying to open a portal of some demonic presence.
He was opening a portal of some demonic presence. Yeah. So she's not only a stripper and a dancer and a singer and a fashion designer, but she's also, Love Bailey is also a art critic. She just knows about art so much that she can tell what's demonic and what's not demonic in a painting. Love Bailey is just crazy, and this is like insane.
Yeah. So as we were unpacking all the couture and the glam for the photo shoot, I noticed there was all these dark paintings on the ground. All these demonic paintings that were done out of charcoal and scribbled aggressively. And they were all sort of scattered and accumulating into the corner of the room where it looked like he was trying to open a portal. There was like this big circle.
I am really trying to get with her and what she's saying. But hey, this person, Love Bailey, coincidence. She's friends with Esme Bianco, friends with Ashley Waters, which is Manson's assistant that also got against him and buddy with Esme. So she's friends with Esme. Ashley, she's not friends with Evan Rachel Wood. I don't think she knows Evan Rachel Wood. That would be going too far. But she's friends with a lot of the other ones. Yeah, the smaller ones. Sorry. They're nobodies. So she talks about how back then, like back in 2009, she went to his house. We know that the apartment back above the liquor store, they had the black walls and the black floor and all that stuff, right? And she was there as an assistant for this fashion shoot, and that he was out of the rocket, which I believe it. And then there was a girl that she was in the bed because they seemed like they were having sex, which I believe that too. But she said, Love Bailey says that this girl was passed out, and Manson seemed like Manson was like doing things to her when she was unconscious and all that. This is all alleged. This is all her opinions. She never took a picture of it. She never called the cops. She didn't say, hey, maybe we should get the heck out of here, and I don't care about the money and I don't care about the job and the photo shoot. Maybe we should go and call somebody or just go. But no, she stayed. And you're going to tell me that if you see a woman passed out, forget about the paintings, the dark paintings. If you see a woman passed out in a bed, okay, and you see the guy's kind of shady, he's messed up, and she's completely unconscious, and he's doing things to her, you're not gonna just leave. You're not gonna call somebody, or the selfish thing will be just to leave to protect your butt. no pun intended, protect yourself. No, you'd rather stay there and make money because that's what matters. See, that's the thing with people like her. That was Love Bailey came out on Instagram on February 2nd. Evan and Esme came out on February 1st. Ashley came out at February 1st. Love Bailey came out February 2nd. So between February 1st and Valentine's Day, those 2 weeks, everybody was out at the same time. But everybody that actually met him in 2009. And we're, in 2021. So I find it really hard to believe that me as a woman, as a human, I'm going to see something like that happening, and I'm gonna be like, well, no, let's just stay, you guys, let's be a team and let's stay and finish the photo shoot. If I see people getting, I don't want to say raped, but getting abused while they're unconscious, I'm not gonna just stay there. And there's another thing that I think about. If Manson was doing all these things, all these horrible things, did you think that he's gonna have a crew coming in to do a photo shoot? Do you think he's gonna have guests? Hey, I invite you all over. I'm about to do this horrible thing to this person. I'm not gonna say the word. I'm about to do this horrible art thing to this person. So yeah, come over. Let's just do a photo shoot. While he will do that, why? Why he will invite people over to witness his criminal acts and his sexual assaults? Why? That's what this doesn't make any sense. If he was such a smooth criminal, like they're painting him to be the biggest criminal ever. He has access to human trafficking, and he traffics people, and he messes with people's immigration status, as Esme Bianco said. If he has so much power, he would not be doing this, okay? Above a liquor store in a stinky little apartment. It was actually a studio. It was actually a former ballet studio, and then he made it into his apartment and recording studio. He has all the money in the world. He can just like get whatever he wants, whatever type of girl he wants, whatever type of niche and kink and fetish he wants. Why he would have all these people coming over to a photo shoot and he will abuse somebody in front of them? No, that's like the part that when I first heard Love Bailey saying that she was in this photo shoot and the girl was unconscious and Manson was doing things to the girl. You didn't do anything. You just stay there for the paycheck. That's messed up. That is beyond. That's worse than Evan Roger would, I would say. Like you stay there and watch somebody getting abused or whatever, or watch a girl that was sick or puking or passing out, and you watch her without getting her medical help. You watch her pass out. You watch her getting assaulted because you wanted to stay there, because you wanted to work for Marilyn Manson, and that was more important for you. Okay, either that or none of this happened, which is what I believe. I believe none of this happened. The photo shoot happened. Yeah, the photo shoot happened. The model was there. This chick, that Love Bailey, that she's supposed to be a photographer, fashion assistant. They all have like all these titles these days. Anyway, I do believe that these people were there. I do believe the paintings were on the floor. Can we see the paintings after? Yeah, I mean, they're messed up looking paintings. I love his paintings, actually. Like his paintings a lot more than other stuff that he does. So the paintings were real. The cocaine was real. The girl in the bed was real. But everything else, the demonic paintings and the abuse and the things that were happening in front of you, and you just stay there and were like, well, this is Manson. I want to work with him, so I guess I'm just going to shut up. And I'm going to say something 12 years later. That makes no sense. Okay, so I meant to talk. I wanted to put that out there, the Love Bailey thing. Look it up if you can, if you want to. She has red hair. She's like all over the place, and she talks about Manson putting guns on her head, and she stayed doing the photo shoot after Manson put a gun to her head. Call yourself an Uber and get out. So anyway, so what I want to go is what People's magazines. I'm not gonna buy People's magazine ever again. Now, I never liked them. They also put Amber's Heard with her fake bruise in their cover. So these people obviously They don't fact check or do anything correctly. So they put this girl Ashley Morgan on the cover, right? And the title is, I made like 2 videos about her, but one of my thumbnails is the cover of People's Magazine. It says, "I survived Manson and I survived a monster," and she's like, looking all like that. Anyway, the thing with Ashley is she said it herself in the interview that she was modeling, but she wanted to get into acting. So she was trying to get into acting, but she didn't know how. And at that time, she meets Manson, and Manson talks about music videos, and let's make this, and let's make a short movie or a music video. And it wasn't a real movie, but let's make short films, whatever. And she hits, they like each other, they hook up for 1 week, because this is what Ashley Morgan ex-boyfriend said on Instagram. They were together for only 1 week. This girl that is on People's Magazine saying, "I survived Manson." She survived Manson for 1 week. That's the extent of the relationship. I'm not saying that. I mean, you can see really horrible things in 1 week. You can see horrible things done to you, done to other people in one night. But it doesn't make sense. Like, the days don't add up. Things that if you watch her video, which is on the website of People's Magazine, right? But the thing is, like, when she talks, I was waiting for her to like pass out, because I'm not somebody who's gonna make fun of the way somebody talks, because I don't know, I have an accent and stuff like that, and I sound like everywhere in California we do not talk properly. But the way that she was just doing this with her eyes, it seems like she was about to pass out. Maybe that's just because she was tired. Maybe she's anemic. Maybe she didn't eat that day. I don't know. Or maybe she was completely high. Or maybe she was lying. And when you lie, I think when you lie something this big, I mean, your whole body's gonna, either your body's gonna be doing something or your face is gonna be doing something. You're not going to be straight. And sometimes it looks like these girls are high. They're not high, they're just lying. That's what I think. And another thing that Ashley said that it was funny. She said she was isolated from everyone. But then she mentioned her mom bringing some nice dishes and some yummy food for Thanksgiving dinner. So you were isolated, but your mom dropped some food at Manson's apartment. Just your mom show up with some mashed potatoes and some sweet potatoes and some mac and cheese. You were isolated. If you're isolated, but your mom is just bringing you dishes for Thanksgiving. I mean, that's weird. I didn't pay attention to that until I started thinking, oh my gosh, she did say that? She said she was isolated. Because in every statement, they have those words. They call it buzzwords, not keywords, the buzzwords. Isolation, human trafficking, isolation, sleep deprivation, food deprivation, burning, cutting, Nazi knife. They have all these words and all these statements check. And it's like, they're not even trying to be original at this point. So she was isolated, but mom was bringing her Thanksgiving food. Really nice from her mom to do that to her. But she wasn't isolated then. Anyway, then she said that she knew his public persona. I mean, Ashley is about, she is like 30 something now, so she was on her late 20s when she met Manson. So I kind of maybe I believe that she didn't know who he was. It's kind of hard to believe, but she said she didn't know who he was exactly. That, oh yeah, I saw his face in a couple of videos a couple times, but I really didn't know who Marilyn Manson was. This is what she said, right? But he brought up an acting opportunity, right? And you just jump into the first plane because let's say she was in Thailand, right? You jump into the first plane because he was telling you, hey, I can help you out with acting. If you don't know who this person is, you're going to show up, you're going to jump in a plane and come to LA from Thailand and stay with somebody that you don't know. Yes, it's because she knew Manson was Manson. You never know when you're going to be with somebody that they can be psychopaths or something. But if you, let's say, all right, I'm going to go tomorrow to have tea and coffee at Lady Gaga's house. So I already have an agenda. I already know who I'm gonna meet. Lady Gaga. Okay? So I can't say, oh, I didn't know when I had coffee, I didn't know it was Lady Gaga. Yes, I knew, and that's probably why I went. So when she said she didn't know who Manson was, but she jumped into a plane from Thailand and came here when he offered her an opportunity, yeah, she knew who he was. She knew exactly. Maybe she didn't listen to the lyrics, maybe she didn't know the music, but she knew that he was big, and she knew that he could help her, and she was going to use him, just like a lot of these girls do. And I'm sure that he used people before, and everybody in that is a really dirty industry. So using somebody for something is not such a weird, rare thing. One thing is using somebody for connections and be like, hey, can you hook me up with this connect? Can you give me this connection? Another thing is saying that person that gave you the connection sexually assault you and isolate you, sleep deprive you, and didn't feed you and all that. No, he gave her some connections. She took them, and then she moved in. They were hanging out for a week. This is it's not just what I believe. A lot of people believe the same thing. One of her ex-boyfriends, actually ex-fiancé, that were going to get married, he says he's all happy that he broke it off, or they broke up. That she told him, his name is Tom, that they know either for a week. Manson and her hang out for only a week. So in 1 week, all this happens. So you're moving from Thailand to LA with this guy that you don't know who he is, and he offers you some jobs, and you just go like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, she knew who he was. Okay. She used him for his money, for whatever, to go into the clubs, maybe for drugs. There's a lot of reasons people hang out with people like Manson. It's not just for work. I think a lot of it is for status and to look cool and look edgy. The beginning of Evan Rachel Wood relationship with him was all about her being rebellious against her parents and wearing the Lolita glasses. And if you watch the movie Lolita or read the book, that's what Lolita is about. Is she's just doing everything she's supposed to be doing. And Evan Rachel Wood started her whole relationship with him based on that, based on being rebellious. So it's always somebody's agenda. It's not always, I want to be with Manson because I want his money. The whole gold digging thing, like with Amber Heard, it's not about gold digging. It's also about who you're gonna meet. You're gonna get free drugs. You're gonna get free plastic surgery. You're gonna get. It's not just about a paycheck. It's a lot of things. The status. It makes you look edgy. It can bring a lot of opportunities that otherwise you wouldn't have, or you could have, but it will take you like 5 years to get them. And if you sleep with somebody who is this big, like Johnny and Manson, yeah, you're gonna get the opportunity the next day. You don't have to work for it really hard. And then she said, okay, isolated, but then my mom brought me Thanksgiving dishes, not dishes that you wash, but dishes of something you're gonna eat, right, for dinner. Thanksgiving dinner, it's usually turkey and cranberries, sauce and mac and cheese and potatoes and sweet potatoes and all that good stuff, right? Very wholesome. Thanksgiving is all about wholesomeness. So you're gonna have a Thanksgiving dinner with your rapist and your mom. I hate to talk like this about a woman, about any human, about anybody, but it's really ridiculous. And that was in 2009. So you're gonna say, her mom didn't see anything weird about the guy. Otherwise, she probably would have said something. She probably would just come out. Where is her mom now? Could her mom testify about what she's saying about bringing the dishes for Thanksgiving and meeting Manson like in the front door? I would like that. See, people make it seem they're so crappy that they didn't even check the facts. Is the mom alive? Is the mom in California? Where's the mom? Can we ask the mom if she ever went and dropped food at Manson's apartment? And if her daughter was starving and sleep deprived and her pupils were this big from all the cocaine and she was freezing, the mom will be able to testify. If there is a mom. I think there is a mom. And I think the mom showed up with some yummy food. And that's it. Yeah. And with so many years, okay, so People's Magazine really is into this whole, they did the same with Amber. They just believe at face value. I don't know, everybody has a problem with that. Believe at face value, right? Okay, this is what's really messed up about Ashley. I know I can talk about Eva Rachel Wood and Amber Heard, they're bigger, but this is the last person, so I think that this is kind of what I want to focus on because she's like the last one. Not the last one, she's accusing him since like February 2nd, but she is the one, the cover of a magazine. It's just a title and everything about it. And in the magazine, she I saw it online. I'm not gonna buy it. She is showing her marks, supposed allegedly marks of bite marks or marks that he gave to her. And then somebody online, take it or leave it, say that she actually found those in Pinterest. So the picture that she took, that she gave to People's Magazine, is a picture on Pinterest of some model with some love bites, some hickeys. That does not even her shoulders or her collarbone. Now we're talking about, that's like, I don't know if that's perjury or what is it, but she gave the magazine fake evidence. That's not her collarbones, and that's not her body, period. In the picture, I can't put the picture here because it's graphic. Well, to me, it's kind of like a joke, but it'd be graphic for some people. And it's all this red and purple bites all over, right? And it's like depends what you into and what you is consensual, it's not consensual. It depends. She's trying to paint a picture of this guy in 1 week, burn her, cut her, got her with a Nazi knife. Let's remember, we have to say Nazi knife. We can't just say a knife. And it just seems like it's so much. And she would have a bigger audience and a better audience that people probably will believe her more if she kind of like lower it down a little bit and just keep some things to herself, and maybe like in 2 months go like, oh, this is what I didn't say, no, she just went and it's so much. Then somebody on Instagram, it's an awesome page, it's called Pathological Propaganda. They are amazing. They'll cover everybody. They'll cover Amber, Evan Richard Wood, Esme Bianco, Manson, Johnny's ex-wives, Johnny Depp. They cover everybody because they're like really against, just like me, against just judging somebody, for the looks, for the lifestyle, just the injustice that are happening with Johnny and with Manson just because they are Johnny and Manson. And they have, they're eccentric, they're artistic, they have a dark, they do, both of them. That's why they get along so well. They have a dark streak to them, They have something going on that is deeper than other people. So they're the easy target. And Manson has been the space goat since the 90s. He was the easy target. Well, they have to blame him for Columbine. Something so sad and tragic. And you have to blame a musician for the fact that there's no... I don't want to get into Columbine because it's really... I do that. So Pathological Propaganda page on Instagram, they're really cool, and they just post things. I don't know how they found them, but it's there. So I'm kind of like stealing from them. So they start a dialogue with Ashley. They text her, not text her, but on Instagram they're the direct message Ashley, and it says this. She said, get my photos down. Oh, because Pathological Propaganda Instagram page, they were putting pictures of Ashley that they seemed like Ashley didn't like because she looked fat in the pictures. This is somebody who is like dying of pain and traumatizing, and she has post-traumatic stress disorder, OCD, panic attacks, and she cares about some Manson fan or somebody like me putting pictures of her because she looks fat in the pictures. That's how superficial she is. So the guy said, oh, it would trigger me too, so please be careful. They're talking about pictures that she looks fat. I don't think she looks fat. I think she looks actually beautiful in those pictures from years ago. But she got all triggered because she did say she has an eating disorder. I believe that she does. Why lie about that? So she got triggered by this post. So she asked the person who please take them down. right? And then the person said, well, please be careful. And then she said, she just went off. She said, I get you love Manson or whatever, but you need to stop with my photos. Leave Evan alone. A lot of people are crazy, but believe me and my friends and leave her alone. Believe me. So we gotta believe you, Ashley. We have to believe you because you say it. Believe me and my friends. And then the person asked, what friends? Evan! Exclamation point. Evan is your friend? This person is very smart. And then Ashley says, we made our fucking statements together. This is a real thing. I'm like not making it up. We made our fucking, because she has to say fuck all the time. We made our fucking statements together. This is like messages between Pathological Propaganda on Instagram, which is a page that defends Manson and Johnny, and they're doing a really good job. And Ashley. And all started because they posted a couple pictures of Ashley. She looked fuller in the face, and Ashley felt, being so superficial like she is, she felt that she needed to reach to this person and say, put my photos down, leave me alone, erase my photos. So then it got into the leave Evan alone. She's my friend. The person says, really, Evan? What friends? Evan is your friend? Question mark. We made our fucking statements together. What other... We made our fucking statements together. She admits it right there. This is so sad. And well, a lot of people see it because this page has like, you know, thousands of likes and followers and stuff. So it's not that I'm the only person thinking this. A person who types something like that without thinking twice about it, and like, oh my God, what did I just did? I just said Evan and I made our fucking statements together. Oh my God. She texted that. She didn't even try to fix it. She just did that. Crazy. And then she went in to keep arguing with this person. I'm not going to put into account if this person have to, why we're arguing about the pictures, why they put the pictures of her to begin with. I'm not going on that. But the fact that they keep texting back and forth on Instagram. And she was saying horrible things that a rape victim won't say. And we made fucking statements together. Then she said, check your fucking facts and stop stalking me. I don't care anything of what you think. You are nothing. I think she thought maybe that this was her ex-boyfriend stalking her, but this is just a page, Manson Defender page. But she probably thought it was the ex-boyfriend. So check it out what she says next, Ashley Morgan. The person in the People's cover posted of Manson got me with a knife and burned me and tied me up for hours, and oh my God, my mom brought some dishes for Thanksgiving and I was so isolated and he did all these things to me in 1 week. Look what she says. Stop stalking me. I don't care anything. The way she types, oh my God. I don't care anything of what you think or what you have to say. You are nothing to me. When you rape and murder painfully in prison, no one will mourn or care because you have no one. You are nothing. You are a burden to your family. You have no life. Hold on, I can make this bigger. You have no life, no friends, and you will soon be behind bars. And as I mentioned, you'll be raped and brutally murdered. Brad Pitt, haha. You are not Brad Pitt. No one will care. But the world will be a better place. Stop stalking me. Even if she thought it was her ex-boyfriend, even if she thought it was Tom, her ex-boyfriend, stalking her, it wasn't. It was a Manson Defender person. But just the way that she react, somebody who was raped or hit or abused in any way at all by Manson or by anybody else, you're not going to talk like this. You're not going to say, when you rape and murder people in prison, no one will care. She's wishing rape on somebody else. It's insanity. I mean, that's, I was like this. Oh my God. Really. And there's more of that I want to talk about Evan and stuff. And just, but the thing with Ashley Morgan, I can't believe that she will say something like that. She went from take the pictures down because I look fat and I feel triggered because she has an eating disorder. That's true. She went from that to stop stalking me, and then a long message wishing rape and murder on this person that was texting her. It wasn't a stalker. This person was saying, well, we're worried because you look very unhealthy lately, and we're worried about you. And she just went off. Yeah, Ashley, good job. Ashley's a really good person. So good that People's Magazine put her in the cover. You know what? They don't check. I would love to see the messages between her and her mom. Hey, bring us some dinner for Thanksgiving. Where is that? So uncomfortable. My back hurts. I keep moving. Where is all that? And then another thing that is very curious, when they talk about the apartment above the liquor store, Manson talked about that place in an interview back in 2008, 2009, 2010. He keeps talking about it because he thinks it's funny that it used to be a ballet studio, like a dance studio for probably girls, and he made it into his apartment. So he thinks it's really funny and edgy. He mentioned that place a couple times, and these girls were like, "Oh yeah, that's the place." He mentioned the place in an interview with a photographer for Rolling Stones. He mentioned, "Oh, I got black walls and black floor, and I got paintings and I got books." He mentioned that, and boom, 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 these girls are talking about paintings and black walls. He mentioned that he loved to have the places at 55 degrees because he likes the cold, just like Elvis Presley was. And the girls are mentioning the coldness. He talks about how he creates better between 2 in the morning and 5 in the morning. He's been saying this since the 90s, and the girls mention the sleep deprivation. It's like it's like really tailored to everything that he ever said in lyrics or in interviews, anything at all. The Nazi thing, we know that Manson is a collector, and Dita and him were collecting a lot of things. I would not call it Nazi stuff. I would say from World War II. It's not just Nazi stuff. It could be from it could be from Poland. It could be Polish stuff. It doesn't have to be German. So like people are so ignorant when they're like Nazi stuff. World War II is not just Nazi stuff. It could be a lot of things in World War II. And Manson's always been a collector of things, and I'm not surprised that he is into the aesthetics because he was wearing that hat in live shows, and there's a hat that Amy Rocha wears in one of the pictures that she looks like Hitler. They've been wearing this hat in the 90s, in the 2000s. He's been wearing this black leather hat. It looks a bit Germanish, World War II. He was collecting things. He was collecting watches. Dita is known to collect a lot of vintage things from World War II. So they know this about him, and they're gonna squeeze it. They're gonna say, "Oh, he got me with a knife." No, wait. Let's say he got us with a Nazi knife. Okay. Let's say that he was sleep depriving us, and also let's mention the cold rooms, or the black stains. Oh, you saw some paintings on the corner. Or let's mention the paintings too. He was mentioning the paintings in an interview in 2009. He was mentioning how cold his place was as a joke in another interview. He mentioned the black walls and the black walls and the black floor in an interview. And the interviewer person goes like, "Oh, I bet you have black ceilings too." And Manson was like, "No, they're white, but everything else is black. And I keep the place cold, and I keep paint canvases and oil paintings, so when my friends come over, they can paint." See all this? He's been saying this. He's been giving this information to these people. I feel so bad for him. I really do. I don't want to say I feel sorry for him, but I feel so bad that everything that he ever said, or he ever did, or he ever sang about, or lyrics and biography, which we know it was a big joke, that book he wrote, everything has been just twisted around. Saying that somebody's has Nazi stuff just because they like to collect World War II memorabilia. Saying that somebody is sleep depriving you because they like to stay up. he probably was not eating that much because he was doing cocaine. Maybe he wasn't eating that much. But wait, your mom was bringing you Thanksgiving dishes. That's what Ashley said. That thing, that little detail got me right there. I was like, I wonder if I was isolated. Like if I was isolated, I would have like I would have like any of my friends. Well, I don't have a mom, so but I would have any of my friends like bringing me food. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'm super isolated right now. I'm having a lot of problems with this guy. Can you just bring me some mac and cheese, some mashed potatoes? What else do you want? Now, unless the mom wants to testify, unless the mom wants to say, hey, I was there, I wasn't there, and it was a mess, and my daughter was, and it was freezing, and my daughter was really skinny, and she looked sick, and this guy was a mess. Okay, then maybe I will believe it, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen because none of that actually happened. Yeah. So now I'm gonna talk about Evan in the next video, but I can't believe that Ashley will talk to people on Instagram saying, wishing rape and murder on somebody. And she said, we wrote the fucking statements together. That's bad. That's bad, Ashley. That's bad. And love Bailey and her whole thing with the paintings and all that. I mean, I think is to the point of saying that because of the dark paint, she goes from the paintings were really dark and they were all in one corner. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he didn't have a better place to put the paintings. Maybe the paintings were in one corner for, maybe he was moving furniture around. I don't know. And he said the paintings were in one corner, and he was opening a portal. A portal! He was opening a portal, the guy. And you think somebody was opening a portal, and you stay. Your butt stay there for the paycheck. If you thought somebody was doing something demonic and raping girls and giving them drugs and making them unconscious, because that's what she said. She said the girl on the bed was unconscious, but then Love Bailey, she kept doing her job with an unconscious girl next to her. I don't believe it. I don't understand how can you be so oblivious. I mean, that's just bad. She makes a video about everything. Stop Asian hate. Oh my God, this and that. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. She just like jumps into everything. That's kind of like something that Evan Richard Wood does too. It's like, oh, I'm bisexual. Okay, ooh. Okay, I'm a single mom. Ooh, I'm a single mom. Oh, I'm Jewish. She's the type of people that goes like Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah at the same time. I have friends like that, and I think it's really cute and hilarious, and it's kind of cool because I can just like go to parties like all over the place. I can just eat all kinds of food because I can celebrate both. So that's cool. But the way that that's used by Evan on Instagram, that she's posting stuff about Jewish people and stuff about black people and stuff about Asian people and bisexual people. And oh my God, like, are you gonna ever talk about acting? You're gonna talk about, life, travel, culture, books, something positive, something that is not negative, something that is not victimizing you or victimizing one of your friends. Because let's remember, there's a big group of girls doing this, a big group. So I want to go back. I want to go to her video really quick. Oh my God, I can't believe I have to watch all this just to find it. Demonic. I can't believe it. If you look at her Instagram, Love is Bailey. Let's see who's demonic. I mean, seriously. February 5th. Okay. Oh my God, she did it in February 2nd. Okay, so Evan went out February 1st. Esme Bianco February 1st. Love Bailey February 2nd. Ashley February 2nd. This is just, okay, so this is her story. Love Bailey. What happened the night Marilyn Manson pulled a gun to my head? Out of respect of the actress seeking legal counsel, I'm not going to say her name. Right, I understand that. My heart goes out to all the victims, and I stand and I support you.
The photographers reaching out, threatening me. I feel it's a pressing matter that I speak. Howdy, y'all. My name is Love Bailey, and I just want to thank you for everyone that's reached out to me and offered their condolences during this dark time.
Condolences?
Because of you, I am brave to stand in my truth and to tell my story. And because of
Condolences. Like she died, like somebody died. This is not even Evan Road to Wood. This is somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who was in that apartment doing a photo shoot. Somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody and got her the job to go to Mesa's house and work as in whatever job she had. And after, like I said, 11 years, you're coming out, offer me your, I mean, I can't believe the nerve of this person. The nerve. I mean, she's taking it from like the real victims. And let's say Evan is a real victim. Let's say Evan Roach Wood is actually totally being honest. Let's say Esme Bianco is being honest and they are victims. This person makes it a joke. She makes it a joke. Like, you can't believe anything that all the people said, because some people like her are so dramatic and so over the top. Oh, I'm so overwhelmed with love about people giving me their condolences. I'm sorry, your dog died or something? Like, what? Support for what? Oh, because for 11 years you have something on your chest. You are you witnessed a crime, but you didn't got your butt out of that chair and call a taxi and left. No, you stay there and witness a crime. It's really shameful. I mean, I should not get this mad. But okay. So it's Love Bailey, and then I'm gonna stop her.
The death threats I've been getting, the photographers reaching out threatening me, I feel it's a pressing matter that I speak directly to the camera and tell my testimony of what really happened the night I met Marilyn Manson. So that day I was doing a photo
makeup is
shoot
perfect,
with,
nails are perfect. She's like
actress
staying like this. She can't say the name of the
magazine.
actress.
And
She can't say the name.
Cat, is now Galore magazine. So we did this photo shoot at Jeffrey Deitch's house, and I was asked to follow to Marilyn Manson's recording studio on Santa Monica Boulevard, where I was supposed to dress for this photo shoot. So I show up to Marilyn's house.
I'm gonna debunk everything she's saying.
3 rooms. There was his recording
In a
studio
minute.
that had plaster on all the walls, hustler spreads, women scantily clad, plastered on all his walls. There was the living room where
There were women
we were
all over.
stationed to put hair,
It's a guy.
makeup, and the glam.
There's naked girls
And then there
on
was
the walls.
his bedroom that he had in his recording studio. So as we were unpacking all the couture and the glam for the photo shoot, I noticed there was all these dark paintings on the ground. All these demonic paintings that were done out of charcoal, like scribbled aggressively. And they were all sort of scattered and accumulating into the corner of the room where it looked like he was trying to open a portal. There was like this big circle of charcoal that looked like he was trying to open a portal of some demonic presence.
That I used to love Marilyn Manson, and I was like, oh, I was there with Love that night, and that's when I was assisting for her. We went into the living room with all that creepy freaking art, and with like the cocaine bags everywhere, and
So
then
what?
you were gonna have us come and help you, and he was like, no assistance allowed. Like, don't know why you brought them. Like, they're useless. Like, they can stay outside.
As we're getting ready, I'm like trying to
The
put
cocaine and the
couture
paintings.
together,
They're
just do
talking.
my
These
job. I
people
was
live
20
in
years
LA and
old.
they work in
I was
LA.
a young, naive
Everybody
stylist,
does
just trying to make a
cocaine,
name
and
for
everybody
myself.
has
Here I am,
some type
in
of
the
dark
presence of what I thought were
thing,
my heroes.
paintings or
Marilyn
dark
Manson,
clothing. If you go to Lady Gaga's house and she has black leather dresses everywhere, will you say that she's demonic?
I get called in to go
No.
to Marilyn's boudoir. And as I'm
Pictures of
walking into
pictures
the
of naked
boudoir,
girls on the walls.
outside, there was a glass
He's a
gate.
guy. He was single all the time. I don't think that's a crime.
There was a
She
lock
keeps
on it.
talking.
I crawl over the sex-stained sheets that and Marilyn had just finished up. Whatever they were
Nobody
doing, and I
calls
looked
him
over
Marilyn,
and she
so
was
that's very
blacked
strange.
out, wasted. And I don't know if this was from pills. She was not coherent at all. She was stumbling over. She hurt her knee on the bedside table, and Marilyn laughed at her and just let her crawl on the floor. And so I ran over to help, and as I'm, holding and trying to get her balance with her, Marilyn pulls a gun to my head, a big Glock, a metal Glock, not a toy gun, this was a real gun. And he pulls a Glock straight to my forehead and says, "I don't like faggots," as he laughs in this really dark, aggressive tone. This wasn't a joke. This wasn't humorous behavior or something to take lightly. And I remember being stunned in that moment. I felt powerless.
That you called me and you were so shocked. Like you're kind of just like your life flashed before your eyes. And I remember you were kind of like traumatized about the whole thing, and you couldn't believe that you had a gun pulled to your head, and I couldn't believe it either. I was kind of like,
what about you? Why didn't you leave? Because you wanted to get paid for the job.
Shock.
And I finally am brave enough to come out about this after all these years because of Evan's testimony. But for so many years, I've been silenced into not saying anything, because of the industry, because of the fashion industry, because of these people, these photographers that will blacklist
So they all come
you,
out the
for
same week.
mentioning
She's
their
saying,
name.
finally I can come out
For so
after
long, I've
11
been
years.
silent, but now
Why you didn't come out in April?
I think it's time.
Or in December
I come clean
2020.
about my story
Why y'all
and
coming
my
out
experience, and you know what?
the same
voice
week?
can help save a life in doing so, if
She's
my
saving-
voice can
she's
help
saving
other victims
lives.
come forward and stand in their truth, so be it. So be it. I don't give a fuck about the fashion industry. I don't give a fuck about styling and, upholding these false beliefs and these false powers at B. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
I don't want to work with these people anyways.
Okay.
I know that in my power, in my truth, I have enough to offer the world, and I'm a magical blessing to the world, and my existence, my very presence is a blessing to this earth. So these men hold no power over me anymore. And I'm sorry that it took so long to come out about
You
this
are.
story.
You should be. Sorry.
I'm happy to share my truth. And thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time to hear my testimony. And Godspeed those victims. I stand with you. My heart goes out to you. I love you all. Thank you.
Even the kiss at the end was fake. She's like, but like you don't touch, like you just do. Anyway, did you? If it was so bad and it was so scandalous and there was so much drugs and stuff, I mean, I do believe that it got kind of shady like that with the drugs and stuff. If you're uncomfortable, but you didn't leave. You just text you text your girlfriend at the time. Oh my God, I feel kind of like this is not the right place to be. I feel like my life is flashing in my eyes, and this guy is too wasted. But you stay and you did the job and you got paid for it, and you waited 11 years to say something, girl. I mean, I just can't believe it with these people. And even her, like the way when she was choking on her tears, crocodile fake tears, she's putting herself in it. She thinks she's Emerald Wood or something. She's putting herself up. She's like, my presence is a blessing to the world, to the universe. I don't need these people. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't give a fuck about that. Bro, that's true. And I agree with her. She doesn't need all those people. They're shady, not good people that she doesn't work with. Fine, she doesn't want nothing to do with Manson or anybody related to him or to any type of that fashion industry and rock industry and the music industry, because I agree, it's dark and it's messed up. But 11 years after you realize that, we all know that. We know it's dark and it's messed up. And I can analyze everything that she said and I can debunk every single sentence. Because it's just from the paintings to how the place was cold, to the black walls, to the naked girls. Oh my God, naked girls on the walls. They were not cadavers. They were not pictures of like dead bodies. They were naked girls from like Playboy or Hustler. She said Hustler and Playboy magazine on the wall. a guy that is a rock star, and he's a bit of a, and he was single all the time. What's the deal? And all the cocaine and everything bothered you, but it didn't bother you as much for you to just get on the phone and get a taxi and get the hell out of there. Because the situation that she describes, if that's real, that's pretty scary. But I just don't believe it. I don't believe it happened. It didn't happen to her, and I don't believe it happened to Ashley Morgan either. And I would love for Ashley Morgan's mom or her neighbors or somebody to come up and say, yes, she was seeing this guy. He was not good news, and she was always looking really bad and tired after she came from his house, and then we have to get her some food, and she didn't call us for days and days. She seems isolated. There's a lot of things that will help her case, but I started to think that these people are not that smart. Because yeah, and I'm not, just because I am a woman, I'm not gonna side with them. And just because I've been on real situations like this, I'm not gonna side with them. And I'm a single mom, just like Emerald Wood. Oh my God, we have to stay together, sister. We gotta side. No, we don't have to. We're not sisters. I'm not gonna side with people that are being target. These girls think they were target. No, Manson is being target, and Johnny Depp is being target. So I don't see as they're women on domestic violence. It's just people on domestic violence. It's not women, it's not men, it's just people. There's a human right to defend yourself. It also is a human right to have court and to have the rights to be either to defend yourself or to have somebody defending you. It's your rights. So until that happens, and until I can see, and everybody that is on this side can see, oh shoot, oh my God, all right, okay, so I see this email, I see these hotel rooms changes, I see these weird things that he's been doing on the airport. I've seen this weird thing that he's not letting her talk to her parents. We need to see that. Otherwise, it's just like it's all at face value, and I have a problem with that. I don't think if we start believing people at face value, then we'll just be. I mean, we're going back to like the 1800s when we would just put people, burn them at face value because we didn't like that they were black. We didn't like that they were not married. We didn't like they were not Christians. So the whole thing with the witches and stuff, they just didn't like the way a girl will talk. They didn't like the fact that a woman my age, would just not have a partner. It's like, what's wrong with you? There's a demon inside of you. What's wrong with you? They will actually judge you based on the way you look, on the way you talk, based on your personality. So that was back in the day. But now, all this reminds me of that. And it's like we're judging Johnny and Manson based on their personality, based on their lifestyle, based on their looks, based on his lyrics. Oh my God. It's like Johnny doesn't write lyrics. He does now, but he has not been writing lyrics for almost 30 years like Manson. So he doesn't have a bulk of really cool, sometimes really sarcastic, dark, but sometimes funny lyrics. And they are taking all the words that he ever said in songs like Satan. There's a song that's called Kill For Me, right? Where he talks about cutting and sharing the blood with a girl and tying her up. And there's another song that he says, well, what would I untie you if I like you this way, and I'm going to damage you, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's the thing. If we're going to believe what all these people said all the time, like Lady Gaga was bluffing with her muffin, when she said, when in this movie, in the song Paparazzi, she's like, on the song poker face, she was like, I'm bluffing with my muffin. So Lady Gaga was really bluffing with her muffin. See what I'm saying? Like how stupid it is if we start reading, if we start believing.
Howdy, y'all.
Shut up, by Bailey. If we start believing stuff like that, for example, when Cher, so what is the song with Cher? It's really funny. I Get your man with Alice Cooper, Ozzy Osbourne. They've been talking about, they're not really boiling babies in real life. They're just saying about it, and it's just is what it is. But yeah, I mean, just remind me. Yeah. Gaga is black with her muffin, right? Ozzy Osbourne is like biting, pigeons and bats and stuff like that, and Kiss and Alice Cooper and all those guys, they're, I mean, come on, they're like in their backyard, boiling babies and just like sacrificing it to Satan. Now anybody who makes any type of painting that is not colorful, there's not pastel, because these girls are into pastels because they're so, that's the way they are, right? They're so, everything they are so light. She said she's a blessing to the universe, something like that. Anyway, so you have a painting that is black and white because you like to paint with black and grays and whites, maybe just dark shades. Now you're demonic. Now that's a portal. So if I have a painting right there that is a girl with a black hair and black eyes, whatever, is demonic. My God, no, it's just a painting. Do you know? And then you have people like Alice Cooper, Sharon Osbourne, Dita Ortiz, in a way Rose McGowan too, saying that he was never like that they didn't see that about him. Billy Corgan is a family man now. Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. I happen to love Billy Corgan. I probably like him more than ever now. He is really growing to this really cool person, and he has a wife. He has 2 children, tiny kids, and there's a picture on his Instagram of Manson being a total dork, like making like a dorky Manson face on their dinner table, and they're saying happy birthday to him. And you will think this guy, Billy Corgan, he has 2 children, right, and his wife. He will bring this criminal rapist person to sit on his dinner table, take pictures of him, say, I love you, brother, and all that. No. I mean, I know sometimes celebrities defend each other, and sometimes they cover the dead bodies and the shady stuff, but I don't think this is the case. Maybe with actors it's different, but I don't think that what Billy Corgan is going to... What? And what the cool thing is that on Manson's Instagram, there's a few people that did not unfollow him. So Sharon Osbourne did not unfollow him. Courtney Love did not unfollow him. Billy Corgan did not unfollow him. Chloe Mendel, which is Billy Corgan's wife, didn't unfollow them. So that's cool. I think Frances Cobain, which is Courtney's and Kurt Cobain's daughter, did unfollow him. But I don't know. That could be, I don't know. But his last statement, when this whole thing exploded, his last statement, all the likes, the first like that you see, it says Courtney Love. And to be somebody like Courtney Love, there's somebody who likes to jump into anything that she can jump into that is a little bit controversial, because that's kind of how she is, and I love her. Don't you think that she would? Why would she be defending this guy if she can actually squeeze for publicity and actually go against him and exaggerate things and start making up stories? Why she's not doing that? Why Rose is not doing that? I have her book right there. She didn't make any stories about him. She could have, and the book will be like, oh my God, you need to get Rose McGowan's book because she does all the stuff about Manson. There's nothing negative about him. And from Courtney, from Rose, from Dita. Again, Billy Corgan and his children, and you're sitting at a table with Manson on Instagram. You go look it up. I mean, that is just... I mean, everybody's just crazy. We're all crazy. We're like under the spell. The spell of the demonic paintings. I'm just having a laugh today. I'm not. I know this is serious, but it's just funny. And I'm gonna play a clip from Manson, where he talks about Me Too. I have it right here and I can't find it now. Well, the next video is going to be all on Evan. Okay, this is a video about Manson. It's almost like he called it. This guy won't be the first time that he says something and then it happens. This is a few years back. And the journalist is asking him what he thinks about Me Too movement. And the girls coming out on Harvey Weinstein, which he is a rapist. That guy is actually a rapist. And the Me Too movement had many good things because they put that guy behind bars. He's a rapist. He didn't even deny it. So Marilyn Manson and Johnny Depp are not Harvey Weinstein. No. So this journalist is asking Marilyn Manson how you will operate, which way you think this is going to go. Rose ever told you about this? Because Rose McGowan was engaged to him for a couple of years, but also she was raped, and it's horrible what happened to her in the hands of Harvey Weinstein monster. Her book is heartbreaking, and that's a real rape story. It's not a made up. My mom is bringing me mac and cheese. Anyway, let's listen to him, the man.
Because Hollywood has been rocked by this huge scandal of the allegations against Harvey Weinstein, and of course one of the most prominent alleged victims is one of your ex-partners, Rose McGowan. And an interview recently, Dee Martesh, your ex-wife, said she had heard rumours about this. Were you surprised by it?
I'm not surprised by it. I didn't really know much about it when I was with her. I just think that I don't want it to turn the whole world's attention from the artistic element of Hollywood and movies and films to be ruined by this, because it takes away from, when there's serious allegations, and there are always allegations, of course.
There are always allegations.
It's when someone starts complaining about something that happened that seems a little bit not as serious as really sexual assault, because I think that's insulting to people that have been sexually assaulted, and it pisses me off that when someone says, "Oh, someone gave me an inappropriate gift" or something, that's not the same as being harmed. And I'm a very vengeful person, so I'm very protective of loved ones, especially in relationships. But I never really, that wasn't part of our relationship in the past, and I just don't want to see this turn Hollywood into something that takes away from films being made.
He's gonna say it.
That's not to disrespect the people that are saying these allegations. I just think that if you have something to say, you should say it to the police, not to the press, and handle it that way first and foremost. And that's what I would do. But the things that happened to me growing up as a kid is nothing that I'm going to talk about or complain about. I'm guilty as charged when it comes to writing a book and talking about my childhood. But
yeah.
I'm not trying to make it into a crazed thing where I can't turn on my phone every day without someone being accused of something. Now maybe it's all men are bad, or all men can't do anything inappropriate. It makes you feel like you can't even say, I meet her and say, if I could look at her the wrong way, I'm going to be accused of something. I think the world needs to balance itself out with what's the proper way of dealing with this type of situation. And I don't disagree with, when you're speaking about my ex-fiance, I don't disagree with how she's handling it. I just disagree with the entire snowball effect that's happened with it, that it could really ruin a lot of things it could ruin a lot of people's lives.
Oh my God, it can ruin a lot of people's lives.
No.
Did you hear how he called it right there? He said it's going to ruin a lot of people's lives. It's going to be a snowball effect. It's going to ruin people's lives if we start exaggerating everything. If a girl goes like, "Oh, that guy looked at me wrongly," or "He offered me a gift." Oh my God, sexual assault. The exaggerations and the the victimization of even being pretty or being hot or being kind of chased and being, pursued or whatever, and that turns into sexual assault in some scenarios for some people, but usually it's not. So it's like what he's saying, and right there he says, if you got something to say, you say it to the police, not to the press. That interview is 4 years ago. 4 years ago. 4 years ago he said, if you have something to say, you say it to the police, not to the press. Not to Instagram. My hair is bugging me today. It's all over the place. Not to Instagram, not on Facebook, not on Twitter, to the police. That's his voice. That's him saying it, not even any of us. He's saying that. And yeah, there you go. So from the man himself. It's almost like he called it. What happens to Johnny and him. And it's not a coincidence that they are best friends. It's not a coincidence that they call each other brother. Manson is Johnny's daughter, godfather. That's a big deal. When you have kids, I have kids. And if somebody is my kid's godmother or godfather, that's somebody who I trust with my life. It is really is a big deal. So it is not a coincidence. I think this whole thing is related. That girl, Love Bailey, that lady that I just played, the audio is on Instagram out there. It's not no stalking anybody. It's out there on Instagram. She came out on February 2nd. They all came out in 1 week. It's not organic. It's not what even Richard Wood did was a little bit different, but all the things coming out in 1 week in 2021, and things happened 11 years ago, and with moms included and ex-boyfriends, and where are all these witnesses, where they're saying we have only one witness, which is Ashley's ex-fiancé. He says that she told him that she was with Manson only for a week, and the guy, Ashley's fiancé, never saw any marks. And Ashley says that Manson, with a Nazi knife, remember, not a knife, it's a Nazi knife, cut on her leg, MM, right? Initials MM. And the boyfriend right after Manson didn't see anything on her legs, didn't see the marks. Carve a letter of somebody's name, anything carved on your skin. Your ex-boyfriend didn't see it, didn't say anything about it. You're a model and you were all over the place modeling and nobody said anything about your legs being carved. Yeah, I was told not to talk to her mom about the night that she brought Thanksgiving dishes to Marilyn Manson's apartment. That will be that'll be awesome. I mean, oh gosh, it's ridiculous. I need to eat something because I'm just going like,